Ba-ba-da-ba-da. And Andy thinks a thing is just another thing, and he thinks Jews are responsible for the World Bank. Oh, you watch it, so you thought you're going to viral, or da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, thought spiral. Can you take that out?
Yeah, I'd love to.
I mean, seriously.
Of my memory.
It could be. No, but I'm serious because I think I did minstrelly sounds in there.
Yeah.
What do you think? You want to hang me with it?
Well, it took me forever to figure out what the fuck you were talking about. So.
I listened to the thing. You said listen to the bump-ins. What do you call them? Scoop-ins?
I don't care what they are.
And that got me psyched. When I was finished, when I heard this last show start out with that song, I thought I was nervous about these two cutthroat edge meisters.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I am. Yes. I'm not stopping in the bed.
You're very explosive today.
Oh, am I? Well, maybe you should walk a mile in my ridiculous mucklucks. How would you like to start a show and forget that you're supposed to have a headset?
I don't know. I think I'd get over it a lot quicker than you.
I don't believe so. I think things roll off my back like a duck.
Like a duck off your back?
I finally realized that there must be something about a duck's back that gets the water off good, fast, right?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's the way their feathers are composed to repel water since they have to swim on top of it.
You see, this is where I think maybe you made it up.
Okay.
Because you're smart enough to make it up.
Okay, but I am from the land of 10,000 lakes, remember?
Oh, that is true. Are lakes people? I'm still working on that. What is life then?
No, lakes are animals.
Are you sure? Okay. Woo. Have you ever had boiled cat? I was going to say catfish, but I was going to say Lake Erie. Okay. I'm done. I'm good. I'm done. I'm in the present.
I think you're more than done. I think you're finished.
I think I'm finished. I used to have a joke about Robin Williams. He's finished, but he's not done.
Yeah.
I think it works either way, but I like it that way.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Does it matter anymore?
No.
If I'm right or wrong?
No, the point is Robin Moot.
Oh, it feels good. It's Monday afternoon in Los Angeles. It's 70 degrees downtown Los Angeles. You know, Aerosmith's going to be coming to town. Really, Andy? Why wouldn't new bands be coming to town? And why? Certainly, is Aerosmith still together?
Yeah, I think they are.
Oh, well, that's good. Works on that level.
Where would they go is really the question.
Aerosmith's one of those bands that I don't wish I think they had, I don't know what I'm saying. They're good. I think they're pretty good. And I never in the old days could tell the difference between them and Styx.
Oh,
but now I know.
That's an insult to everyone, I think.
Not to Styx fans. Why didn't you laugh more just at the fact that I really tried?
I don't know. I'm used to you really trying.
Right. And then I hear that, do you know the shirt I'm wearing during my, violinist photo?
Sure.
You do?
I didn't study it. I just saw your stupid face.
No, but do you know what the shirt is?
What is the shirt?
It's a very famous shirt. I'm not being an idiot.
I just think you're being an idiot to think that I memorized it is my point.
Well, now I understand. Now I get it. In other words, you're not carrying around in your memory bank how I looked in that photo, what shirt I was wearing.
I remembered high sleeves, almost chachi-like sleevelessness, and
That's because I'm wearing a T-shirt.
Very long hair, parted down the middle. And then,
where would you have parted it?
What is that? Bela Lugosi on their shirt? What is that?
No, it's an ELO.
Also, the front of your shirt is really not very prominent in the photo at all.
Right. Yeah, but it's like the guy is. I think it's Beethoven. It's a picture drawn by Jeff Lynne of Beethoven, maybe plugging his ears up because he can't stand the Electric Light Orchestra.
And you're saying this is a very famous shirt?
Oh, it is.
Okay.
I think this shirt is almost as famous as the image of the guy sitting on the couch in front of the speakers. I put it on the same level. Unless you think that's not. Unless something happened.
Well, I mean, but the difference is that That one I'm very familiar with.
Yeah.
This one I'm not.
Okay, well, let me explain something to you. You know I'm not going to explain anything when I say that. Let me explain something to you. Yeah, really? Is an explanation going to be part of the next sentence? No, it's a stall tactic. Let me explain something to you.
It kind of looks like
it
kind of looks like Wild Bill Bauer on your shirt.
Why don't you look up Beethoven and look up that shirt, and then you'll see it. Maybe it'll ring a bell more.
I'm going to search Beethoven famous shirt.
And then the thing is, here's where I'm embarrassed. Maybe that's not Beethoven. What do I know what those fucking guys look like?
And it's ELO.
It could just be. It's who?
It's ELO. You're saying?
Yes, Electric Light. I'm not vouching for the band. I know nothing about ELO except the Randy Newman song, and that he was on Traveling Wilburys.
Okay, so it's the cover of their Roll Over Beethoven cover.
Oh, so it must be Beethoven.
Here's your famous shirt.
Which one's that? Are you sending me stuff?
No, I'm just finding it.
Oh, well, does it look like? Oh, now he's talking. It's a very famous shirt. I'm sure you recognize it now. Maybe we could be like Abbott and Costello.
I've never seen this shirt, for the record. I'm 50 years old.
We could be the Abbott and Costello of bits that no one could remember because there's nothing memorable about it. Come on, you know that shirt, don't you?
It's a famous shirt.
Famous shirt.
That's the whole thing that bumped me. It was just the concept of a famous shirt.
Well, I think we should put it into the. Why don't you put it into the? See what they're saying in the Thought Spiral chat room about it. See if we can get some conversation going. Let's get off of me for a second. Who can we make fun of? Who can we focus our anger at? And when I say anger, I mean more. The anger comes from me.
Okay.
Towards myself.
All right.
Is there anybody sticking in your craw? You know who I don't like this week? I'll tell you. Yeah. I'm not afraid to say it.
All right.
I don't like that Derek Chauvin character.
No, he's not. Doesn't seem like a good dude.
I don't like when he makes notes. I don't like when he doesn't make notes. The other thing is that I don't think that there's something about that. I don't know what I'm saying here, but there's something about George Floyd's face. They could not have picked on a more person who didn't deserve to be killed, or who, you know what I mean? Who you could just see from the first moment, why are you doing this to me?
Yeah.
You know? And, I don't want to get in the whole discussion because I know that you're a big Blue Lives Matter fan.
Right.
I'm actually feeling confident that we're going to, but I've been wrong, so put that away. But I do have a good feeling about that he's going to be guilty.
Well, they put on, a pretty overwhelming case, including, and probably most importantly, having the top cops in the department testify against him.
The police chief?
Yeah, and the top lieutenant.
If I see the police chief at my trial, he better be on my side or something. Anyway, but it's very emotional. I don't know what I'm saying. The whole thing is very emotional. And Mondays is always, Andy Kindler does current events on Thought Spiral. Check it out. I got a deal.
But read the paper first.
I got a deal to take us multinational, so I'm working on.
Oh yeah.
I have to come up with specific departments.
We're actually multinational already, I'm afraid.
Okay, but I mean bigger.
Okay.
And so here's what I need to do. I need to come up with some stings, some bumpers.
Okay.
And I have to replace you.
Okay, all fair.
Bye. What? And give up show business, Josh?
Yes, imagine walking away from this.
If you don't think stand-up is show business, I'm saying if one doesn't, I don't think of stand-up as ad center, it's like the heart of Hollywood beating kind of thing. If you don't think of that as exciting, you certainly can't think that you're doing that. We're doing a podcast is exciting, because it just is not.
I guess you're right. I think I'm done.
No.
If you're talking me out of it, it worked.
No. What? And give up the revenue stream?
Yeah.
What are you, nuts? Are you kidding me? We just went in together on Jimmy Dore's house. I don't know why I said that. Jimmy Dore and the arguments, and the people with the political arguments.
He actually has a sign that says, "Don't let the door hit you on the way out."
And one time I was going to try and tie it into to an anecdote of Jim Morrison.
Yeah.
Too late now.
Jimmy Dorison is what you're going for?
Jimmy Dorison. You know what? I'm going to spend the rest of the evening working on a Jimmy Dore joke that will not be good.
Break on through to the other side of that one.
I'm curious. Is there anything happening with the right wing comedy? Any new Dennis Miller sightings?
The Greg Gutfeld show premiered tonight.
Get out of here!
Oh, no.
Wait a second.
No.
He already had a show.
No, he's got a new prime time on Fox.
Oh, this has got to be. So here's a guy who fancied himself as a kind of character almost.
Well, I just saw this little tiny clip from the beginning, and they basically opened with like a 1 minute Brian Williams lying bit.
Okay.
On a news show. A news comedy show.
So are you kidding me?
They picked a 10-year-old footnote story to lead with.
Oh, I didn't even connect it to the thing that happened to him. I thought they were just saying he lies now because he's on MSNBC. That's how old that story is.
Yeah.
I forgot that story.
Exactly. It's not something you can hang a whole lot of comedy on these days. And
That's
yet,
pathetic.
And yet they tried, yes.
That is so pathetic to me.
Yeah.
That's like saying, hey, what should we do for opening for next week? Hey, how about something about a card-carrying member of the ACLU? What?
Let's just hope that the show lasts until July.
I know, because I really...
When Montreal is, by the way.
I know.
Okay.
I would really... I did get... I thought... you know what? It may be...
I never know what you're understanding.
It might be, It might be more surprising when I am up to speed. Yeah. Not that the other thing is my signature. What is your podcast broadcasting signature?
A lot of jokes and then explaining of jokes.
A lot of unwillingness to reach out to others.
Yeah.
And a lot of shutdowns.
Right.
A lot of shutdown. What I tend to do, which my podcast partner
Do you enjoy veiled contempt?
Yes. And also, a lot of burying of the current bit that's being attempted or a story that's being...
Right. Steamrolling. A lot of
steamrolling.
Yeah.
And not overlaying another direction, but just kind of a overlaying another speed bump or not a speed bump. I don't like metaphors. I'm so fucking sick of them. God damn it, Josh. I blame you for these stupid metaphors. Can't it just be what it is? It can't be like, it's like a merry-go-round in my head. Don't try and guess what and if I'm on things.
I won't.
Okay?
I won't.
Okay, don't mention it. Someone said you nailed me. Every time I go online, there are people going, Josh nailed you again. Some kind of and what is this, a pity party? I've always wanted to use that.
Currently, it's a pitiful party.
Hey, right now it's a less entertaining than the West Baptist Borough Church. Chachi. Chi-chi-cha-cha. Oh, yeah, it was great. I don't even know what voice I'm doing there. Yeah, it was great. I wish I had been born in the Jimmy Durante days. Don't you often think of that? Why couldn't it have been a simpler time? You could have been Jimmy Durante. No, I would have been Jimmy Durante, and you could have been Walter Brennan.
I could have been Mrs. Calabash.
Wherever she is.
Wherever I am.
Did you ever, okay, I had nothing. Thought I had something. I'll come back if I remember.
Yeah. Let me remind you that your springboard was, I wish I was alive in the Jimmy Durante era.
I wouldn't want to forget that pipe.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I was laying good pipe.
Yeah.
Some decent. Have you seen, I haven't seen it, but I'm going to ask you, because your answer might sway me one way or the other.
Yeah.
This show called Shtisel.
I have not seen Shtisel.
I just said Shtisel. Well, you don't have to repeat it back to me.
I have not seen Shtisel.
Haven't seen Shtisel, sir. Not a Shtisel.
No, Dave, haven't seen Shtisel. Oh, Paul, have you seen Shtisel? No, Dave, I haven't seen Shtisel. You hasn't seen Shtisel, ladies and gentlemen.
Now do the Somebody's Human guy.
The who?
The Colbert guy.
Can't do him. Don't have a take.
Don't have him. Don't have.
I can only do his bad Trump impression.
It looks like you're half in the impression, is what it is, right?
Yeah, I think you have to.
He has contempt for the person that he's doing.
You have to. Well,
It's not, but it isn't as much fun as like when he was inhabiting Bill O'Reilly. Because it wasn't even, it's not like he was like a Bill O'Reilly impression, really. It was like he caught the whole, whatever that was. That's during that Rush Limbaugh time period. Shitgeist is exactly what I would have called it. Are you adding 2 emoticons to the end of every one of your, things now, like the kids do?
I do. The wide open laughing with the tears shooting out the side.
You know, that's what's going to happen. How do you up the ante? You're crying, laughing. Then what's next, Josh?
They'll blow up soon.
I mean,
it'll laugh.
What else do I have to do to indicate?
It'll be ha 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 bing bang.
Oh, I'm very happy with that, Josh. Please include it because it came out very spontaneous. Please include that in your bumper segments.
Okay, sure.
No, you're just saying that because you're trying to make me feel good. Because you know what, Josh? I just really think I'm stupid. Why don't you just tell me it's true? I'm a stupid person. Just say it. Say, Andy Kindler, you're a stupid, stupid man.
Well, you know, I've spent years trying to talk you out of that.
Uh-huh.
I think now it's time I got to take a different tack. You're a dumb fuck. You are a dumb, dumb
that hurt.
fuck.
Hurts. I reach rock bottom, bounce off the bottom. Now I'm back, everybody. Why is that better? Hello.
No, it is better. It's, you know.
Why do I have an annoying voice? Why do I have an annoying vibe? Why did I think that this would take off? The guy who has an annoying timbre to his voice. Why did I think that was going to be big? Who can't stop talking about his Jewishness? He left the Jewish religion after his bar mitzvah, but acts as if he he's got a Bud Anderson collection of Seder jokes.
He's got a Talmud's worth of them.
Yes. Well, I'm very proud of myself. It's not 22 minutes after the hour here. Coming up, we're still giving away those Aerosmith tickets from Andy's act back in 2004. Coming up in the next hour, Andy's still going to be making jokes about the original Survivor. Check it out.
It is Brian Williams chunk.
His Brian Williams chunk. Hot off the presses with his Brian Williams lying story.
It was like a pre-taped little sketch piece.
Okay, so what they're doing is they're trying to combine the hilarity of the fact that he was the Johnny Carson of Fox News.
Right. Now they're making it official now.
Now they're making it official, but they want to combine some of the hilarious stuff he did on his show, but now he's on the big line.
All the funny of right-wing comedy combined with the magic spark of Jay Leno's 10 o'clock version.
As dry and dry, not like dry wit, but just as like cardboard somehow. This kind of comedy is. Is it, have they upped their production values?
I don't know what they were, so I don't know.
Horrible. They've always been horrible.
Yeah. It seems to be mirroring the old politically incorrect shape.
Yes, I see. Yeah.
The semicircle of jackasses and him at the apex of jackassery.
And then there's that one guy who I actually like his comedy. I'm blocking his name now, but I can't take it anymore. I unfollowed all those guys, even if I thought they were funny, occasionally funny comedians. Not all of them. I mean, I love Joe DeVito, but he's not on that show. I mean, who knows what people do? Hello?
Huh?
What happened?
Huh? Nothing.
Oh, because it sounded to me.
Are we here?
Oh, no, it sounded to me like you fell into an old bit.
Ah.
Zingy zangy, zongy zangy, zingy zangy, zoy. Remember that show on the Man Show? Didn't they used to do a higgy hig? Remember how funny that show was? The boys would go a ziggy sugi, shaga laga, shinka shaka shoo.
Again, not really.
That was a popular show amongst idiots. Amongst
right.
Idiots. Amongst people who hated women.
I'm more of the kind of guy who like sees something, goes, this isn't for me, and then doesn't return to it.
But how do you have the pleasure of, what is it? Albandigas. No, it's not. It's, Sakashawi. No, Brundisburg. When you have when you feel delight at somebody else's.
No, I know the word, and I know exactly what you're going for.
Cattywampus. It's okay. I do really have it this time.
All
it's Stockholm syndrome. It's God. I can't get it now because I know it and it's easy. And now I can't remember even the topic.
All right.
Brindamaya. No, it's like Luftwaffen. It's Luft. It's love Luftwaffe.
Yeah. It's not.
I know. It's like it's syndication. Oh, you're feeling so syndication.
That's closer a little bit.
Is it? Try to give me some clues.
All right. The father of modern psychiatry.
It's Schadenfreude. Everybody's feeling Schadenfreude now. How could I forget that word?
I don't know.
Oh, when you celebrate.
That's like me forgetting anhedonia.
I forget that now. I'm very scared about myself.
Yeah.
Anhedonia.
It's the lack of ability to feel joy.
Is it a real thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a word you came up with.
Nope. Anhedonia.
What do they call that? Andy Kindler hates and.
It was actually the original title of Annie Hall.
Oh, I think I did hear that. I don't talk about Woody Allen movies.
I like to think of that as a Marshall Brickman movie.
Oh, that's the kind of laugh where you laugh and then you have like a feeling in your stomach like, why have you forsaken me, Lord? Yeah, all of a sudden I'm sitting around and watching episodes of Stitzel.
Stitzel, Dave. Stitzel.
Dude, you do everything very, very well. I know you know it already, but that chicken, this would be my Paul. Yeah, Dave. Yeah, Dave. That's not it at all. Why do I think the fact that I do horrible impressions and you do good impressions, that means that you are supremely talented? Maybe I'm very untalented.
Well, if I'm the bar, then yeah.
Yes.
I think that's it. Because if you're below me, you're certainly untalented.
But then so Rich Little, boom, right into his forehead, right?
I can't get over how bad Rich Little was on that Muppet Show I saw.
I gotta see that. I may have to tune that up.
Yeah.
Do you have a YouTube channel and everything?
That was actually on Disney Plus. They put all the Muppet shows on Disney Plus now.
Oh, and you have Disney Plus.
I do. I have them all right now. In fact, I had to get a TV a month or so ago, and I got a 3 months of Apple TV free.
Holy moly! Are you like swimming in dough, or are you just foolhardy?
What do you mean?
All those subscriptions. How do you afford all? And you have.
I just said it was free for 3 months.
I thought you said you had everything.
Well, I have,
You have Disney Plus, right?
I have Disney Plus. I have HBO.
Discovery?
I have HBO Max because I subscribe to HBO already.
Okay.
I have
Criterion.
And I have Hulu, and I think that's it.
Okay. Well, then I was wrong.
And Amazon Prime. And Netflix. So, no, that wasn't it.
Yeah, well, so what, though? It's not, like you don't spend your money like me on edibles or whatever the hell else I've got.
It's a legit business expense and deduction.
What are you talking about? For your taxes?
Yeah, I'm a fucking TV writer.
Okay, don't get defensive. Do you deduct your cable?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I am, too. Oh, God. You mean every penny of your cable?
I have no idea. We haven't discussed it in 25 years, my accountant and me.
See, this is the problem. You put the taxes in, you don't worry about them, once I put them in, I don't worry about them. But what stops me from putting them in are questions like, hey, I wonder if I can do all of my cable. Well, you should certainly delay doing the taxes another 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, my secret is not really paying much attention to what's there once they come back.
Yes, and
not worrying if I leave some money on the table.
Right, because you are. How are we at? Are we at oximeter levels for Clyde?
It's an oximeter, by the way.
How do you say?
Oximeter.
Okay, are we at oximeter level? Thank you. for not making me continue to look dumb. Well, I don't look dumb not just because of that, but is Clyde at oximeter levels?
That doesn't make any sense, that question.
It does in a way. Healthy. Is he at healthy oximeter levels?
Well, in terms of percentage of health versus percentage of blood oxygen, yeah,
Look,
he's pretty
let me tell you
close. He's
something,
pretty.
my friend.
If his percentage of health was a blood oxygen level, we would not be taking him in.
Have you gotten one of those paw meters?
He's pretty much got everything going but jumping at this point.
Aw. I got
And
one of
I'm
these
not sure
electronic.
and I'm not sure if that's from, 2 months of him being scolded whenever he tries to jump. But
He's thinking.
But he's taken a couple of attempts at the bed and come up short.
He really, at this point, he probably is wondering, what is wrong with this man? He's very. Yeah, that's the thing, though.
No, I'm
They
done.
Don't.
I'm done hovering now.
Oh, okay. I'm done figuring out how dogs think. Or as Joel Madison has pointed out, in the 80s, how Seinfeld had inanimate objects for thinking. And the couch is thinking, hey.
All right. Oh, fuck. I lost 2 thoughts that I was going to go with.
Oh. You know what the problem is? You don't have a quiet environment to think.
It might be that. It might be.
No, it is, because you could hear. If I'm not talking, you're afraid that I'm going to be, how's that? Come on, think about it.
I mean,
Remember,
I tried to get into a thing with the Apple TV, and then that went off the rails, and then then there was a whole other thing with the dog, and then
is
both
Apple
gone.
TV
And now they're going to have to wait till Wednesday, it seems.
Why?
Because.
Hi, good Wednesday. Good Wednesday to you, Josh.
Like they say in Ireland.
That's right. And you know why you said that? And I realized I am listening to a podcast about the Troubles.
Yeah, you said that. I hate it when you say that.
You mean you hate it when I say it because I forgot I said it the other night?
No, it's just when you say the Troubles, there's this blowhardy thing that comes out.
Yeah, it's terrible. No wonder why I felt a little nauseous. See, at least I know where the pain's coming from.
Yeah.
Good Wednesday. Oh, I did that one already. I'm not so much in the mood to sabotage myself. I realize if you sabotage the podcast, who does it help? Nobody.
I'm with you there.
Yeah, I'm with me myself. Well, I don't know. I just feel like the world is in a weird place right now. I mean, I think things are generally going well, and I was taught as a young child to not trust that.
Yeah,
that's when the bottom is going to drop out.
Well, I mean, look at it this way: it's not going that well for you.
Wouch! Wouch! Like that one? Wouch!
I do.
I think things are going very well for me. That's my new thing. I'm taking a positive thinking class.
Yeah.
No matter what, you say the positive things, even if you're dying inside.
Which aren't we all?
I walked 5 miles today.
Did you?
Can you believe that?
For a camel?
Did they used to say they would walk a certain amount of miles to get a cigarette?
Yeah, walk a mile for a camel.
Wasn't that a deal breaker?
I said, woman, are you going to walk a mile for a camel? Or are you going to make like Mr. Chesterfield and satisfy?
Is that from the Blues Brothers?
It is.
Oh, my God. How did I only saw that movie. How did I do it?
It's not from the movie. It's from the album, Briefcase Full of Blues.
Well, I was close. Close, but no cigar.
No. Well, you knew who it was. Perhaps because I evoked the spirit of John Belushi so incredibly.
I think 10 years from now, all of this kind of banter is going to be sad.
You think it's going to take 10 years?
I just said it's going to vary. I guess it'll be depressing within a year or two.
Okay.
Then it gets to be.
I kind of think by the time it drops.
You're in the shank of your life right now, my friend.
Am I?
Let me tell you something. I did not take advantage of turning 50. But that was my own problem.
The shank of your life doesn't sound like a good thing, by the way.
That's what my dad said. It's the shank of the evening, meaning it was just getting started. Now, he may have used the expression wrong or may have interpreted it wrong. He goes, it's just the shank of the evening.
Yeah, and that's a real expression.
But what does it mean?
Well, I guess we're going to turn to the internet.
Oh, you have one of those you have to turn to? I have mine all built in my computer. Can you laugh a little more high pitched?
No, but I can drop something in.
Here's the world's worst woody woodpecker you could use for a bumper. You ready?
The phrase typically suggests that the night is far from over. Shank being an old word for something straight or the tail end of something, which is weird.
Right.
That's why I took it negative.
It seems like we were both right or something.
I'm going back. Okay. But in the South, the evening is considered the time between late afternoon and dusk. So the end of the evening means it's the beginning of the night.
Oh, I never even thought of that. Is that a real thing, or are you pulling this out of your hoo-hoo?
I'm pulling it out of the interhoo-hoo.
Does Wikipedia have some kind of a deal where they can
it's not
Wikipedia.
You? It's from the Away with Words podcast site.
No, I know that there's good sites, but what's the deal with it? But Wikipedia, it's a trap of some kind. You can't. Sometimes you get in there, you can't get off of it. You have to just close the window. That's how bad it is.
Wow. It sounds like a user error, really.
No, there could be, but I don't like that Wikipedia. They stick in my craw. You know what? I don't even have the energy to get fake angry about things.
Did someone put something mean on the Andy Kindler Wikipedia page or something?
No. It is always fun, though, that you can. It's just the whole nature of it is fun. You can change it. Someone can come in at 5:00 and make it something else.
It's not perfect, but I gotta say, I've gotten a lot of information from Wikipedia in the past 10 years of my life.
So do you donate?
I have donated. I don't regularly donate.
I haven't donated, but when you did donate, what would you say you did? Was it a healthy chunk of change?
I gave him a nice chunk.
You gave him a nice tip of the hat? Tip of the tip hat? Every time I report my charitable deductions, I definitely try to hide them from you. You don't think they really have a thing where they go up to heaven and they look at the things you've done and then they say, oh my God, what a fucking idiot. You're out. Because that would happen to me, I think. I don't see how I get in.
I don't know what their process is, but I do think your conclusion's right.
Excuse me, St. Peter. I'm an excellent rhythm guitarist. No? We're not looking for that.
No,
why is St. Peter like that?
If there's a heaven, there is a Kindler-shaped void waiting to be filled there.
My friend, the love that you share with me. I can't even engage in phony baloney talk because I don't have enough of the...
You're just so sincere.
Well, do you have any friends who speak in a British accent, or they lived in London for a few years and now they're changed, besides Madonna?
I know a couple of people like that.
And is it something they can't avoid, or something that's along the blowhardy way of life?
It's hard to know. It's really hard to know. Of course, it always sounds like an affectation. But I have to believe that I'd being the sort of ear leech that I am, I might pick it up after a year or two.
Yeah. Now, it is true that I don't think I sound...
Then again, I do enough things where I record my voice, so I would probably pick up on it and nip it in the bud.
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't allow that. Neither one of us have that type of voice.
Yeah.
Well, Josh, step aside, Josh.
I think you might adapt a bad fake accent living among the real people. Yeah.
I think if I'm doing an accent, unless it's me, it's not going to be a good accent. Hello, Governor. I'm from Scotland now, Josh. I'm from Scotland. This is somebody who's desperately. They've been told they'll be killed if they can't pull off an impression, and they can't do it, but they try to change their voice in some way.
and then on their tombstone they put he was from Scotland.
Did I tell you I'm listening to a podcast about the Troubles? The Troubles.
The Troubles, yes.
Wait, living in Ireland is not like the four Liverpudlians, is it? That's not the same accent. Oh, Ringo. Oh, Sunday, bloody Sunday. Oh, I'm Robin Williams. I'm European Robin Williams. Oh, reality. What a come down.
Oh, Mind. Oh, the Troubles, Mind. Ooh. It's the orange and the green, Mind. Ooh.
Oh, and then there's the gay IRA guy. I'm putting the bomb underneath. 2, 3, 4, 2. Okay, that's not appropriate. What you were doing was funny. I took it to a different area.
Now be a black guy in Northern Ireland.
I'm thinking of. Is that like Fine Young Cannibals? Is that how that would sound?
I guess.
Black guy?
If you could...
I'm caught in the trap. I can't walk out.
Wow.
It's so terrible.
Good thing. Where have you gone?
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. I brought nothing to the table.
Good thing. Where have you gone?
I love the relish that you dig into anything. Doesn't even matter what it is. Do Geppetto. Your Geppetto impression.
You're a goddamn liar.
No, yeah, shut up, Zuzu. Hey, Catherine, I'll break your fingers if you keep playing the goddamn piano. You know how much time I spend during the week trying to think of horrible examples?
Abusing the little girls of the Bailey family.
Come here. No, I'm not gonna hurt you. Okay, this isn't funny, Josh. This is because I didn't come prepared to the show.
Okay, I understand.
I don't want to get that kind of reputation of a guy who will just go into any direction.
I told you.
Screw the Irish. What's this from? Screw the Irish.
Rudy?
No, it's from Woody Allen's bit about the guy who wants to kill at the Palladium. Give me a big room, he says. I don't know if it's as good a bit as has been built up. You've heard it though, right?
It doesn't ring a bell from what you're doing.
Oh, it's like, the guy goes, how come you won't book me in a good big room, Eddie? So he wants to play like a room. I can kill in England. I can kill. I'm done. Then he ends up screaming, screw the Irish. And, I don't know whether I'm turning on the bit now, turning on myself, or should I turn on you?
Turn on Woody Allen, for God's sake. That's the easiest way out at this point.
But don't start with me about that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm open to anything now. I can have a discussion about anything without sounding controversial. Just test me on it. Maybe don't test me.
Religious people are stupid.
You know what? It comes in all color. It comes in all sizes, right? You can't have a thing. You can't have a thing without two of those. Right, my friend?
Okay.
Oh, don't you know it, Joshy? Don't you know it? From your mouth to God's ears, Joshua.
Alan Covert is the greatest comedy mind of our generation.
You know what? I don't always agree. I'll kill you. I'll kill you, and then I'll kill him. I'll rip him limb from limb, Josh. These are good voices. I good voices.
Yeah, by the way, it's safe to go off on Adam Sandler again now.
Oh, why? What happened?
They passed on our show.
Oh, my God. Hey, oh, you know why they pass on your show? Because it takes a brain to get one of your ideas, and they don't goddamn have it. Man?
There you go. He's back.
I'm back. Was it Waterboy too?
It was. It was Waterhead, actually.
Well, we don't want to slam him because you still want to have a good relationship with Happy Madison.
No, it still went along. You know, it was good. Yeah. It was a good. It was a good pitch. You know, they still like the pitch. They just don't want to do the topic.
Well, my mother would say, Josh, you're better off without. It's their laws.
You know what? No's to pitches don't faze me.
Mm-hmm.
They just, I expect a no.
Right.
And I don't mean that even from being a negative person or anything. I mean, I pitched it hard and cheerfully, but
right.
But my expectation after all these years in show business is most of the time it's a no.
Yeah, I mean, you have
so
to.
What I really just want is a fucking answer,
right?
Because then you don't feel like it prompts everybody to move on to the next place.
Yeah, but you don't want to. Well, what if you do that? But you push them too soon. What if they really need that extra week?
You don't push people, But
I do.
You just hope.
I do inappropriate things at the initial meeting.
My theory of show business that I'm told is no longer really valid is that yeses come very fast and nos come very slow, generally.
Oh, that is a good. That would be. I would say it would be an excellent truism. Or is a truism not true?
No, I think a truism is true.
Yeah, I think that is a true thing.
It's not like nonplussed.
Is that the same thing as what does nonplussed mean? You're surprised?
It means that you are sort of jolted by something, but it sounds like you're not.
Oh, I'm nonplussed. Don't worry about it. Is that right?
That's what it sounds like. It should be, but it's not that. It's the opposite of that. Like, holy shit! Happy. I'm nonplussed by this. It's really.
I'm not upset. I'm nonplussed.
There you go. Exactly.
I love my range, Josh. I love it.
From all the way from A to B.
Do you have trouble dealing with the sexual vibe between us? Because, if my acting teacher was here from college, you go, you want to fight or fuck? You want to fight or fuck? Fight or fuck? Which one? What's it going to be? What's it going to be? You going to fight? How did he get away with that? I couldn't teach a class with that kind of nonsense.
No, you couldn't.
All right, girls, I want the girls naked, and I want. This guy had a good thing.
And frankly, I'd rather see you fight.
Oh my God, you should have seen. I did so many great love scenes in college that you didn't get a chance to see. I was
mirror work.
It's just a low landing joke, but very effective. Very effective. I know you would have put your hand on my forehead and had me try and swing underneath it. You would have done that all day.
I still would do that, yes.
First, it would be 3 weeks till I could figure it out.
And I'd be saying the word black belt in lots of derisive ways.
You know what? I'm tired of being the dummy.
Yeah. Should we switch for a year?
Oh, okay. I'll be the Einstein of the two of us.
Okay.
You're the brains of the outfit. Isn't that a sad statement? You know what? With those two, it's like Abbott and Abbott. Those two, as far as I'm concerned. I got to work on my slams.
You should.
But I am in good. I am exercising. So that's the only thing I can say.
Good. 5 miles you got in road work today.
That's the law. And I looked at that and I said, something happened. I think I got distracted today.
Is that the distance from here to the refinery and back?
No, but it's a very long loop. And here's how I did it.
Okay.
If you want a Jew to walk 5 miles, I only make these jokes as jokes. You know that I don't really believe in Jews. But if you want to do that, it's like I added the bank at the end. See what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So I'm getting tired, but I'm putting money in the bank. That's good.
Yeah, I think it would be more if there's like discount stations along the way.
I really want to go into a restaurant, but I haven't done anything, but I'm getting into that point where it's like, oh God, It's going to happen. I know.
It's going to happen. And I think, you can always start with the outdoor meal.
Yeah. I keep looking. Oh, yes. If you go, there's a couple of outdoor shops, like where you can buy, they're like, newspaper stands that were turned into outdoor stores.
Yeah.
I bought 2 bottles. This is so good. It's not that good, but 2 bottles of, I didn't know that they made Purell in a finger size bottle. $2 for a little Purell, but I got to shop outside.
Huh. Okay. Well, and you got a story out of it.
I did not get a story. You sound like if they could make a leaf blower sound that way.
That would be an upgrade.
That'd be an upgrade. I'm not.
I got an appointment for the 15th for a vaccine.
Yeah, you texted me that. This is great news. Where are you going?
To Northridge.
Ooh. Oh, so that means you're going to swing by. What you should do, swing by Brent's.
Yeah.
Get me this, that. You do have bagels coming in.
I do?
Yeah, you have a dozen sesame bagels coming from Saint Viator.
Saint Viator?
Yeah, that's the Montreal bagel.
Oh, nice
place.
Wow.
So, and for some reason they're coming here. They're coming on the 14th. I don't know how I got, and that was the only. So there was no overnight.
Le 14 Avril.
Wow, and I'm being honest about this. Your accent, I would have thought I was talking to Jacques Cousteau for a second.
Really?
Josh Cousteau.
Yeah.
And because I would be so good doing fake French. It's just so, Josh, it's so how you say.
What the fuck? How did you go English that quickly?
What's that? Excusez-moi. Oh, n'est-ce pas? I'm really starting to get a complex about my voice.
Are you?
No.
Damn.
I don't have any feelings at all. I don't have any appropriate feelings. I feel overly guilty and all that kind of stuff, but not because I care about others. It's all for appearance's sake.
Okay.
No. What was that? That voice sounds like what you say right before you go get a fucking kitchen knife and shove it into my chest. Okay. Andy, you stay here. Okay. Why are we sleeping together? It would be my first question in that scenario.
I would hope that you would have asked questions before it got to that.
Well, you once did slip me a Mickey. Remember in the old days? It's a Mickey was not.
That was a child's vitamin, a Mickey Mouse vitamin.
Oh, Josh, I find you.
It was I slipped you a Barney.
Oh my God, you were too excited about that line.
No, I was just trying to match it so I could go back.
I gotta get that checked. Do you laugh like that?
No.
Is that from smoking pot?
Well, no, that's the cough that says you're going to die in the third act.
That would be a great show for a final show.
Yeah.
If I was going to die, and I'm being honest about this, I would like to die on Friday at 3:15, just after I answered Sous Vide says, or Mama the Dick wants to do this, or Chaotic Neutral wants to know, and then boom. Andy?
Yeah, I like it.
I like it too. You know what the listenership bump up we get from that?
Yeah. So next week?
Josh, that's not fun. I have a fear of death, and that's my worst character is the guy pretending to have his feelings hurt, because my feelings are always kind of hurt.
You really, yeah, but you don't play triggered well.
How do you mean? You play it for, show me how it should be done.
Well, trigger me.
Josh, why don't you tell me again about how, you don't care, you're on some great, I can't do it. Hey, Josh, why don't you tell me again how, much you don't care about anything, and that's how you get through life, just not caring. Ha 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 ha, bing bang! Ha 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 ha! Bing bang! Ooh! Ha 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 ha! Bing bang! Ooh! Ha 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 ha! Bing bang! Ooh! Ha 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 ha! Bing bang! Ooh! Ha 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 ha! Bing bang! I think things are going very well for me. I know what that sound means.
What sound?
Huh?
What sound is that?
That's the name of the fellow on third. No, I mean that we have the right sound.
Ah, yes.
I mean, what do you can't be even more obtuse than me.
No, I didn't know when you said I know what that sound means.
Oh, yeah, you thought it was me referring to your general disapproving tone of my everything that I say is what you thought I was referring to.
Yes, that's exactly. Yes.
Why am I laughing? I laugh spontaneously at you, but then I really think I'm getting into not Ed McMahon so much as I don't know. It seems spontaneous. It's everything. It seems.
Can't you just admit I'm funny? Can't you just admit that I amused you?
See, that was an example.
All right.
I've not. Oh, look, I told you that I said you weren't funny because it was part of my Palestinian Israeli. I don't know what the joke was.
Wow. Speaking of not funny.
Well, no, I was thinking like you don't believe that I believe Palestine has the right to a state. And then you say, and I say you're not funny. I don't know. Could be a good joke though.
Yeah, but I'm the obtuse one. Okay. All right. Let's go on.
No, I just want to say the only reason why I say the obtuse one is to get back at you at any time that I can for playing along with me being stupid.
No.
And, I forgot what I was going to say. You know, this week, I get about 2 words into the sentence.
Yeah.
Gone.
We got some weird audio shit going on here.
Gone.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Can you? Yes. It's people outside the window. Can I tell them to stop?
But
It's my wife.
Can you hear me?
Talking to workers.
Can you hear me?
Oh, you can't hear that? Yes. I can hear you.
Okay.
But was that what it was?
No, was.
Did you lose me?
Yeah, it was the signal was fluctuating.
Oh, okay. I thought you could hear them outside the window, but you can't usually.
No.
I'm sorry, Josh. This is not. You think this isn't going to edit well? I'm telling you. Listen to me, buddy. This is going to be the smoothest Friday ever.
All right.
First of all, you have the bumping music, right? It's Friday. There's questions. What are we gonna do? He's a Jew. And then there'll be James Mason too.
I like it.
It's better that I didn't give up on it.
It was, yeah. We got to get into questions because Alex wants a nice tight show this week because he has other shit to do. But I want to.
Do you guys have to have a show? He's going to say 6 months from now. Does it have to be longer than 25 minutes? Can you guys bring it in about a half hour? I have to go to
for all 3 days.
Jones Beach.
Yeah, exactly. Eventually,
and then you were saying you have something else to do too.
He's going to go from assistant to what he's ultimately going to be, and then we're done. I think. But we'll see.
Are you saying that?
We'll see.
I think it's a good movie about all things that happen while we stay the same.
Okay, I like that too. The world changes around our totally static. Yes. I just wanted to mention a couple things that I feel like I got bullied out of being able to say during this past couple of nights.
Oh, okay.
All right.
By you? By me?
Yeah, by you. Just by you taking, just by like going with
I wasn't
with
very
your
good
flow.
Wednesday.
Going with your flow.
My flow was bad Wednesday. My flow was bad. It's
So,
only slightly better today.
well, we'll see. We'll see. I wanted to say that Clyde, after Monday, when I said the last thing in his thing is he can't jump yet, he jumped on the bed the next morning. He got up there.
Boom.
Yeah. He hasn't since. He had a failed try today, so I lifted him up. I put him up there.
How far is that? How far a jump is that?
It's like a bed. It's a sort of high.
I can't imagine any dog that
bed.
size getting on a bed like
Oh,
that.
God. Yeah.
Oh, jumping down, right?
No, up onto the bed from the floor.
I can't believe either of those dogs can get onto a surface.
Yeah,
it seems too much. They're not cats, right?
When healthy, they can both do it pretty easily.
Well, that says a lot for dogs because I've always been down on dogs' ability to jump.
Yeah, I know you have, but it's not warranted.
Okay.
And the other thing, so that was sort of a joyous moment that he did that. I mean, granted,
that's so cool.
Granted, just that he has it in him still. And I didn't let him jump down. I picked him up and put him down both times.
I just realized jumping down could be worse.
Yeah, exactly.
On that area.
And I also wanted to say, I started to say on Monday that I enjoyed Ted Lasso quite a bit.
Who is that?
That's a show on Apple TV.
Oh, see, I went, I'm not going to get Apple TV just for that show.
Yeah.
But I should maybe.
It's a delight. I mean, there's,
tell the listeners about it.
It's Jason Sudeikis as this sort of unnaturally but almost believably optimistic football coach who's hired to coach an English football team.
You mean soccer or football?
Soccer, for which he's unqualified to do.
That's cool.
But it's like a relentlessly positive show, and like, it is. I mean, that is clearly its design. Like, how other current shows tend to make every decision whenever there's a crossroads. It's always go dark. What's the darkest way we can go with this?
I never thought of it exactly that way, but that's true.
This show is exactly the opposite. It's like, where can we go here? Let's go with the light option. Let's go with and by light I mean optimistic. The people are capable of change option. So it's a fantasy in that regard. In the same way, like West Wing is a fantasy. It's like how you want people to be.
What's the premise of the show?
Fish out of water, essentially. Magic fish out of water, I would say. But the premise of the show is, like I said, he's a football coach in England coaching a soccer
that's right.
team.
You were telling me what the premise of the show was. What a fucking idiot. I mean, seriously, just hang up on me now and I'll resign. I'll hand in my resignation afterwards.
But there's a 1-week trial for Apple Plus.
Oh my God.
A free
now
trial.
I think you work for them.
So if you are going to ever cash in your 1-week free trial on Apple Plus, I got a 3-month free trial because I bought a new TV. Which is why I have Apple Plus.
Can you tell me the TV you bought?
Until July.
Okay. And what was the TV that you bought?
It's a colored model.
I know it doesn't matter.
It's a color model.
You bought a color?
Yeah, I went with the color. Let's just say I went out for weed and a TV that day and spent more on weed.
Wait, that's not a good story. In terms of you're in the business, you should have a great screen over there.
It's really actually quite good for the money.
How good was the weed, though? How good was the weed?
It was high quality.
First of all, I don't believe you because you don't spend as much as I spend on weed.
Well,
right?
who does really?
I got sick to my stomach there a little bit. Would you recommend Apple TV in general?
I don't know. That's the only thing I've watched on it. But it hooked me. It hooked me nice and good for over the weekend.
That's great. And I just realized I probably need medical help because I've had a couple of exchanges with Jason Sudeikis, and I actually thought for a second, gee, what should I say in case he's not listening to the podcast.
No, he's not.
That's not going to happen, Josh. So I'm free to say whatever I want, which is, I wish the show luck.
Yeah, it's a good show. I enjoyed it.
I want to tell you one thing, Josh. If you ever have to get the part of someone who is distracted but doesn't want to seem like they're distracted,
I'm not the guy.
You're not the guy. Not today. Today, you're not the guy. I have never, ever seen you like this, which is like just, I can hear a couple of typings, and you are usually, even if you're not on it, you have the appearance of being on it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I actually had to take care of a little piece of business there for a second.
I don't care. It just is one more on my side. You did, it's like I have to come up with all these horrible things that I do on my side, drinking, eating a banana.
I'm starting to I'm starting to have life come back online a little bit. I've got a couple of projects that have lots of correspondence.
That is so exciting. Yes. Well, there's two things to that. It's exciting, and I really can't believe in a certain way that any of us have made it to now. Because it's not like we had, I had residuals that came in, and my brother.
Yeah, I've been suffering. That's
right, but didn't concern me because it wasn't happening to me.
Right, yes. No, it's been a very difficult time for me.
Look, I am in a weird mode, but I want you to know that I know that it's been hard for everybody, and I wasn't laughing at that. Schadenfreude, Schadenfreude. Everybody's feeling Schadenfreude now.
I understand. I don't know if other people will, but I do.
No, because I don't generally come across as likable.
Right.
All right. So I think I'm likable. I'm not. People don't think I care about them.
Well, I think you just give off that impression.
I wish we could come up with 7 more horrible things to say about me in a deflecting way. You're not the most disgusting eater in the world. I've seen people eat more disgusting than you.
Yeah, I mean, generally they have their hands tied behind their back.
Right, and they're in a prison.
Or a pie eating contest is what I was thinking.
They're in a pie eating contest. No, you don't. I would never say you smell worse than most humans. That's not what I would say about you, Andy.
No, I would open it up to the whole animal kingdom.
And who knew nervousness had a smell?
That's fear. That's fear, my friend.
That's fear. You know, I don't know if fear has a smell, but I can't remember any time I've been in tremendous amount of fear going, well, one thing is I smell good, and
I don't know.
It feels like everything
if fear
goes
has
south.
a smell, but lions keep sending me flowers.
That is a good. I want to tell you right now, could never come up with that much of a joke in that short of a period of time.
Well,
That's almost defies physics.
Thank you, sir.
I couldn't. It took me 10 seconds to figure out the joke.
Once in a while,
A lion is sending you a card because they want to eat you, right?
Sure. Okay.
Oh, flowers.
Yeah.
I forgot they were flowers. I didn't even think a lion was capable. This is what you don't know about
It
the
had a lot of
animal
levels,
kingdom.
I have to say. It's a that's my life getting back online. That's part of that.
Boy, you do sound considerably. You sound considerably happier than 2 days ago.
Imagine.
Well, I don't think it's that you're happy.
No. Don't be crazy.
I mean, let's not oversell it.
Yeah. Let's
It's been
start.
so hard.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Let's
do it.
It's been so hard for blank.
Okay.
You were saying.
Oh, no. I was just saying, like, one thing that we've never thought of this whole entire time is, we didn't get to go to the Improv for 4 people.
Yes.
Oh, we couldn't do a live thing of our show. Got canceled.
Right.
Oh. Nothing has happened live in Los Angeles that I have said, God damn it, I missed it because of that.
No, you have to leave the state for fun things.
Yeah, exactly. It's Friday, there's questions. What do we gotta do? He's a Jew, and then there'll be James Mason too.
I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to go from, instead, I usually start from the oldest to newest. We're flipping it up this week.
That's a little something.
And we're going to start with you. Yo shiyamamoto. Yo shiyamamoto. I'm not sure why I went with Surfer Girl, but that's okay.
I had no plan.
Andy, are you excited for Jets football yet? I'm not sure if you realize how good Zach Wilson is. The Jets might have done themselves a huge favor by winning those games and letting Jacksonville get Trevor Lawrence. And
No, is this Michael? Who's sending? Is this Michael Salfino?
no, it's Yoshi Yamamoto. We did a song.
Oh, yo! Oh my God, I am such an idiot. Well, I don't remember Yoshi even being into the Jets, but I do hear that we have someone good. What position does he play?
Yoshi's into all things football, particularly fantasy football.
Oh, that's right. Oh, boy, I wish he would give me a little, try and convince me to join it.
Yeah. Would you?
No, I wouldn't. So who's this guy? Do you know who he is?
No, I don't.
Is he a quarterback?
I think he might be the new quarterback. But I could
Well,
be.
first of all,
I mean, Zach Wilson sounds like a quarterback. Let's be honest.
He does. I will always, it doesn't matter. I'm always going to be excited about the Jet season, even when let's say, if the owner, let's say something crazy, became an ambassador under Trump or something stupid, I would still root for the Jets.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough, sir.
Fair enough. Thank you, Yoshi. Now you got me excited. Oh, I thought you were going to ask about the Mets, so I got confused.
Yeah.
Because the Mets how are they doing?
They're still in the league. Yoshi is back for a double Yoshi shot.
Yoshi.
And he says, Josh, because I think he wanted parody. He didn't want to just give one to you and then let me hang. So, Josh.
O-D-Y? O-D-Y or A-R-I-T-Y?
P-A-R-I-T-Y.
Thank you.
Josh, I've been re-listening to some of Allison's music and picked up on some Natalie Merchant-like qualities. I have novice ears, but it seems like their vocal range and ability to hold a note are similar. Am I imagining this, or was Natalie an influence? I can see where you're hearing that, but no, Natalie was not an influence. Allison was on her way before Natalie was, I think.
Yes.
Certainly Allison was already singing. It's about contemporaneous, I guess. I guess Allison's first record came out around the time 10,000 Maniacs was big. But,
yeah. Late 80s, early 90s, right?
Yeah.
Well, they both sing great.
Yeah, they do. I agree.
I was very, very much in love with Natalie Merchant and Allison, but Natalie Merchant I had a crush on, and I really think I could have gone out with her.
I think it's as good a chance as any of your fantasies.
That's what I'm saying. Why don't people see it like you do?
The Cynics asks, how would Ice-T do a reverse mortgage commercial?
I'll hand this over to you.
And when you die, that's game over.
That's my favorite one, though, is the one that sounds like you have a thing of a change that you're shaking up in the top.
This isn't Ice-T's first rodeo. Let's just say that much. Jim Meehan.
I have to say I love Ice-T. I love Ice-T. I just, for some reason, I've always loved him, and I continue to love him.
Well, good. You're on the record. Jim Meehan says, checking out some of the Zodiac Killer sites, it occurred to me that while Josh was born after 1969, he does wear glasses, which means there's a 50% chance he is the Zodiac. And he is 100% Zodiac, as was Steve Allen and a large number of people when they read.
That is one of the most fascinating cases that I know almost nothing about, the Zodiac. Did you see that movie? It was supposed to be pretty good, the one with Downey Jr., even though it was like a weird movie.
No, I did not.
Well, I can vouch for the fact that you're not. You know what we would have been had we lived during that time? We could have been Loeb and Leopold.
Yeah, I think you would have sold me out.
You think I would have been the more active guy?
I think you would have sold me out and lived.
Sold you out?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you said sold you on the idea of killing someone.
No.
It's a perfect crime, Josh. Can you imagine? Josh, listen to me. How well do I do things normally? Now think of me as a killer. And you know how that guy got caught? Left his glasses like an idiot.
Yeah.
Why do I say it like I was rooting for him? Fuck Tommy Franks. Am I right? Who's with me? This lady knows what I'm talking about.
Richard Cole says, Andy, what was the weirdest acid trip you took?
Ooh, that's an interesting one. Well, they've all been crazy in one aspect or another. But some of the ones that were the most crazy did involve horrible things and good things. So, I mean, I know that doesn't answer the question because I'm trying to think of one, because I have nothing but acid stories. But I did think, I think the most amazing one was when I thought that my friend and I actually thought we both shared the same fantasy that we were watching the Beatles movie at college, and it was cold, and we went behind the screen, a small room. We pulled the doors closed, and then they collapsed we both saw them collapse. We ran back, and then a minute later they were not ever been opened. So we either shared the same, what's it when it's not true? We shared the same hallucination.
Yeah. Well, and you proved my point, which is there's no such thing as a good acid story.
But I should plug that I have a thing on ComedyCentral.com where I talk about my horrible mushroom trip that me and Susan took on. It's very funny, I think.
Check it out, people.
Check it out.
Richard Cole's back here on Double Shot Friday.
Double Shot Friday, back-to-back classics.
He wants to know, can James Mason say a few words about the deaths of DMX and Prince Philip?
I got to tell you something, Josh. James Mason is not exactly in the wheelhouse of the demographic we're going for. But you know what? Let's take a walk back on the high side. And what do you think about it?
Well, I'm glad to be here, despite your reticence. I'd be happy to say a few words about the death of my dear friend DMX and Prince Philip, who I'm less acquainted with. I do send my condolences to the Queen on the death of her husband and her cousin. And
who?
The death of the Queen, you know, Her Royal Highness.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot you were talking about Prince Philip.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Well, you must have been close.
And now I shall go pour one out for DMX.
Aw. I feel bad. Do you know, I'm not familiar with DMX that much. Well, I'm not familiar with rap that much, but are you?
More than you, but I can't say I go deep.
Okay. And we'll be back with more talk about the current scene.
Alberto Solis, or Solis, I'm not sure which. Also, I'll say them both.
Is it spelled like Solace?
No, it's Solis.
Ah.
How would you play that?
Just how you did it.
All right.
Soulless, maybe? That's not good. No one wants to be soulless.
Yeah, don't make it an OU sound, no.
Yeah.
Would Andy play us some violin on pod?
That sounds like something that I could agree to now.
Please say no.
Oh, no. You know what? It got burnt in the fire, in the Malibu fire.
Oh, that's too bad. Josh, what's the impression you're most proud of? One you didn't think you had in you, but you pulled off better than expected. Gotta say, been with you guys since TS1 and still loving the show.
Oh, that's cool. Makes my heart beat slower or something.
I don't know. I whatever impression comes out right, that's the one I'm proudest of that day. Because as you've all heard, every impression I do has like an ebb and a flow. It has its heyday, and then it starts to fall away. So
I do the pillow guy for us.
I won't do it. He's been retired.
Okay. Exactly.
You tried to trick me.
I understand. No. I was trying to give I was trying to show something that was illustrative of your point.
Yeah. No, my pillow guy degraded over time for sure. Both as a human and as an impression.
I predict that the cotton candy grapes lady will come back at some time later on.
I think when she's in season.
You know, grapes have been very good right now. I don't know why. I've had grapes for the last month, and they're all good.
Yeah, but not the cotton. This is not a good time of year for the cotton candies, I gotta say.
I'm not going to the supermarket then, if I can't have the cotton candy grapes.
Carol Andries. Hey, next time.
I know Carol. Hi, Carol.
And how do you say her last name?
I think it's I don't know because I've never met her, but I think it's Andries. But how would I know? What am I even pronouncing it?
Carol,
Andreesz. Close?
Andreesz.
Oh, then I really don't know.
Yeah. But that's besides the point. Carol, next time, send me a little primer if you want your name said right. Josh, I'd like to hear your thoughts on the documentaries of Werner Herzog. And Josh, can you explain to Andy who Herzog is? and how
I think I know who Herzog is.
And how
I do know, but I don't know.
Extras actually push a boat over a mountain in Fitzcarraldo. Yeah, he did.
Is that a good movie?
I've never seen it. I've only seen the documentary about the making of it. But I like Werner Herzog a lot. I mean, there's a thing that as a documentarian and even as a writer and director in general, I don't love it when the filmmaker's personality hangs over everything that much. I'm sure there's 9 exceptions I can think of, but I like Werner Herzog a lot.
I'm surprised. I haven't seen any of the movies because I keep thinking about that. It seems like someone I'd like to see one of his movies, or maybe I have seen it and I don't know.
He frequently narrates them in a very sort of flat and tone.
I'm going to watch one.
Watch Grizzly Man's pretty great. He put that together.
Got it.
Andy? Andy is the next question asker. Says, hey, can we get an official thought spiral blanket pardon for skipping the vaccine lines? We only did it to keep you guys safe.
Well, what do you mean?
Now that I have an appointment, yes, you can. There you go.
I think that, look, I did get a call from a very old man in Simi Valley who said that he lost his wife because of my shot.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What is this, a pity party? She was 87.
I think he thought his call would probably have more impact on you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't be on all the time, Josh. Bounce off the bottom. Now I'm back, everybody.
Derek Faraci says, when you pay your pal for sex trafficking, do you use Venmo or another form of payment? Asking for a totally screwed politician.
Schadenfreude, everybody's feeling Schadenfreude now. It's really funny on a cosmic level how stupid this guy is, right?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Or arrogant. I even know Venmo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it has to be ubiquitous.
Hey.
Do you take Venmo?
Get us cha-cha. Here's $900.
And I also like that he goes, I have never paid for sex. But obviously you have done all these trades. He's I haven't paid. Right. I never paid.
I paid a guy to pay for sex.
How about his friend, though? His friend is pretty hilarious, too, to me. These people are, I just can't get my hands around it.
They're as funny as sex traffickers can be. I think they are. Chaotic Neutral says there's a lot of talk about who's going to succeed Alex Trebek as the host of Jeopardy. So far, the replacements haven't been great. Who would you like to see get the gig? How about Jimmy Fallon? About time Hollywood gave that kid a shot. Josh, same question, etc.
Well, I only root for my friend Ken Jennings.
He didn't go
he's the only one I know.
BTK killer that time. So.
I would like to BTK. Is he out of jail? So I wrote for Ken Jennings, but I haven't really been paying attention to it. And so I don't know if I'm capable of giving an opinion on the other. I don't think about it much, although my mother loved the show.
Yeah. I'm a big Ken Jennings supporter. I think in terms of just keeping it in the family and in the same sort of, And
he is a funny guy. He's very funny. I mean, he's a nice person, which I think would be good for hosting.
He seems to be, yeah. I've met him and talked to him, so.
Yeah. Me too, Josh.
I know.
Me too.
I know. You already established that. I was trying to get you to back off your little name drop-a-rama.
He's my friend, Josh. He's my goddamn friend. Okay? Famous shark.
Sethic III says, half a lifetime ago in Test Show 102, I asked, if you can't afford an open bar, shouldn't you just invite fewer people to your wedding? I'm embarrassed to say I forgot your answer. Could you remind me?
I don't remember my answer, but I think that's a rough one, because let's say everybody's poor and you're just going to have a thing, right? Wouldn't you want more people to share in it?
I'm kind of on Seth Dick III's side on this one.
Yeah, I think I really am too. So I was just pretending to be a.
I think the point is you have to have a really good party for your wedding.
That's true. And if it's for 7 people,
You know?
No, it is. It is. I do think that if you can afford to pay for people's drinks, maybe the idea is maybe you shouldn't have a wedding if you can't put on the party. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're taking this a little too seriously, first of all.
Oh, God damn it. Why are people sad? Gosh, I don't know why I'm so lost.
You're like the only guy I know for whom their wedding was like a highlight of their life.
I know. But that's because it probably helped that I was older.
Yeah.
You know, I love that wedding. I'm selling it. I'm selling that wedding. I'm franchising it.
Good luck when Tony and Tina hear about this.
I would like to say I dodged on my deathbed. If they go, any bullets you dodged? Yeah, being in one of those interactive theater plays.
Yes.
What? And give up show business?
I would just say attending one.
Have you ever? I've never. Go to something like that.
No, I absolutely have not.
Wouldn't you hate it if all of a sudden someone like me came up to you and go, hello there, young man?
I hate participatory anything.
I know, it sounds so terrible. I can't see you in the escape room.
No.
I can't see you in any of these scenarios.
It's juries, and that's because it's court ordered.
I still can't play. That's right.
Brian Just says, I recently discovered on YouTube the many bizarre Charles Grodin appearances on Carson and Letterman. His combative, quote, character is so odd, and I love it. Have you guys ever met him, or do you have any thoughts on these guest spots he did?
I absolutely love him. And they're very hit and miss too. Sometimes but I loved it. I loved every time he went on there. I have not met him. I have a feeling that he could be a little bit moody.
I get that feeling too. But I just watched, in fact, last night, I was doing old Saturday Night Lives, like, you know, first generation Saturday Night Lives on Hulu. And Charles Grodin was the host, and he went totally meta with his SNL appearance too. The whole premise was like he hadn't been there all week, and he missed dress rehearsal, and like the whole thing was like him breaking character in the middle of sketches, going, "John, I wasn't at dress rehearsal. Were you supposed to be dressed like bees?" You know, it was like the entire show was about him.
Oh, that sounds so great. Did people play along with it? I mean, the cast people?
Well, yeah. I mean, they played along with the reality he was creating, that he was ruining everything.
Right. That would work once all the way through.
But they did it throughout the show.
I mean, one time, I meant.
Yeah.
One 90-minute thing.
Yes.
I love him so much. I got to see that.
It was also the one where he dressed up like Garfunkel and started doing the duet with Simon.
I don't think I've ever seen this. I've heard about it. I think I have the original Saturday Night Live on DVD, but it wouldn't be on that.
It would be on the Charles Grodin and Paul Simon episode.
Oh God, how was Paul Simon? I always loved him on that show too.
He was great. He did those early years. He did it so many times and played so many songs on it.
Yeah, and also was in sketches too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't get over the fact that him and Lorne are best friends. But what can you do?
Get over it, Andy. Just fucking get over it.
I am over it.
Eastside76 says, as the official Mexican Thought Spiral, I'd like to ask both of you to make your life a Baja blast, because it could be your Baja last.
I love the expression Baja. It's so Southern Californian ripoff of Mexican culture. What is Baja?
It's a place in Mexico, Baja California, which is actually part of Mexico.
What is it? Does it mean anything? Does it mean anything?
It probably does. Type it into the little bar.
I can't do that. I can't do that because I can't do anything else but I don't even do just this well at the same time. Baja.
It's a peninsula.
Ah, okay.
Off of California.
And isn't it known for its food? Oh, that's maybe the best and worst thing I've ever said. Oh, yeah, it's great.
Greg Kelly says, I watched a PBS American Masters film about Doc Severinsen. A doc, he says parenthetically. Had no idea he was held in such high esteem by his fellow trumpeters. Quite funny with Carson, too. Highly recommend.
I loved him with Carson. I just recorded it last night. I do want to watch it. So I will see it. But no, I didn't realize all of those, because Carson was a big jazz fan. All of the guys in that band, I mean, he had some really great people in the band. I don't know if it was specifically because he liked jazz, but he had great players.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. And yes, I did. I knew that Doc Severinsen was held up as a great trumpet player.
Yeah.
But I don't,
Sorry.
But I also would like to see the doc.
He was also good on Larry Sanders when
I saw him play. He had a band after Carson, or towards the last years of Carson, called like Zevron or something like that I saw at somewhere.
How was it?
It was good.
I'm a big fan of those of the guys in those bands, the jazz guys and all the guys. I mean, I'm a big fan of the idea that the band, you want to make the band laugh. And that Doc Severinsen, that was fantastic banter. Him and Carson. Did I oversell it?
It was, yeah, you did.
Okay. But not so bad.
It wasn't that, I mean, it was good band guy banter, but
But it had a little blowhard.
He was funnier than he was funnier. It was a little bit old blowhardy. Like, like the kids just don't appreciate it, kind of a thing going on.
Hey, do you want me to read my tweet again about how she shouldn't have broken the guitar? I don't like when they smash guitars. What are you, 23,000 years old? Get the fuck off of Twitter, you stupid old man.
Go to bed, old man.
I just think they're valuable instruments.
Annotated MST says, who were your celebrity crushes when you were growing up? Did you have any cool posters on your bedroom walls? Well, I would say I had only cool posters on my bedroom walls. Well, we spoke of my earliest crush, which was Valerie Bertinelli. There were more along the way. I don't know what good listening someone to. I didn't have women on my wall. I had mostly like Beatles on my walls.
I had Beatles on my wall too. I went for that. I went for on my wall what was the most available stuff. Like it was a great Dylan poster, like it's a profile, and many people had that.
Yeah.
Also, I had I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations. You're not in this world to live up to my expectations. I had that whole poster.
Yeah, I had Beatles. I had that Annie Leibovitz Blues Brothers photo. Then Elvis Costello towards the later part of my teen years.
And I had Elvis Costello on my wall in Los Angeles when I came out here during your teenage years.
For years in every office I had this giant newsprint Trust poster from Trust, but like really big poster that I put on the wall of every one of my offices, and then but it wasn't framed, so it just finally disintegrated.
Yeah, makes sense. To every bed sit on the wall. You gave yourself to every bed sit on the wall. Sorry about that, Bowie.
Wookie Talkie says, hello, Cleveland. Bomb, baba, doo, bomb, dip, dip, dip. Have either of you been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I have not.
I have not either.
I've been to Cleveland, though.
As have I. And I'm not drawn to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I'm more drawn to something like and I've never been there, to the TV and Museum of Broadcasting. I'm sure you've gone down there, right?
Yeah, I went to New York, and I've never been to the LA one here, actually.
I go watch.
Now that I would have gone more, but then the internet came along, and then so many things were available that going to them to see it wasn't necessary.
Years from now, they won't even know what leaving your house means.
Leaving your what now?
Leaving your house. They won't even know what that. Everything will be done from home.
That was the joke, is that I didn't know what you were talking about.
Oh, I'm a stupid man who doesn't get jokes. Who doesn't get jokes? Who doesn't get jokes? He's so concerned with how he's doing in the moment that he doesn't get jokes.
Dan Marsh says, are either of you collectors of anything? I vaguely recall some talk about childhood baseball cards, but what about as adults?
I don't collect anything as an adult. Everything I get into, I decide that like comic books. I got into comic books, but then I don't want to collect them. I just want to read them.
Yeah.
So I really have done nothing. Nothing. I have that gene in me because my parents were antique dealers. I like the idea of collecting, but I know I never would do it.
I collected lighters, antique lighters, for when I was on the road.
That's right.
As a comic, mostly Zippos. But that's the last time I actually had an active collection. I accumulate musical instruments, but I don't.
Right, but not with a collector's eye.
Exactly.
I like the idea of it, though. Don't you relate to the idea of it? I think it could be. It's like
I do and I don't. Thing. I do and I don't. I mean, it's I don't like anything that makes you tunnel visioned about anything. Doesn't appeal to me that much, really.
That makes sense. I never thought of it that way. Just too much involved in it.
Yeah, because I just know that my ADD generally is just gonna like let go all at once at some point. You know?
Yeah.
Don't Call Me Boopsy says, as you record, it's the birthday of one of your youngest listeners. My son Nathaniel turns 1 today. He mostly listens to you riding in the car while refusing to nap. He told me to tell you his favorite part of the show is when Andy says pussy lickers. Hashtag half truth.
I can't. What's that? Hashtag what?
Hashtag half truths.
I can't respond to that letter, but I love that letter. Email or whatever it is. Tweet. I thought a lot of kids, like twins that my wife and I, we knew when they were, friends of ours had twins, and they loved to go, they would fall asleep in the car. They would go into the car to get sleep.
Yeah.
With the kids. That's a great story, Andy.
It really was, yeah.
Nice going, Andy. You saved it with that stupid fucking anecdote.
Yeah, let me back us away from the wall and do a U-turn and keep going.
No, Andy, that was really good. It showed you were connected. And
yeah. Tweet Pahara says Joshua and the and he's likening it to Chico and the Man. And then
I like that.
Joshua, don't be discouraged. The end, he ain't so hard to understand. Joshua, if you try now, I know that you can lend a helping hand, because there's good in everyone, and a new show has begun. That's all he's got.
I would like to go on record now as saying I think that my favorite impression of yours is hee-ho.
Hee-ho?
Because it's one of the first ones I heard you do.
Yeah.
And it just keeps coming back. Anytime you're sad, you go hee-ho, ho, ha, 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 ha. And I think you even enjoy me struggling through it. Hey, you say the man say.
Hee-ho? M. Ledsome says, I bloody love you guys. And I bloody love you too, Em.
We do. I love her, Em. I can't. Em should move here into our studios.
But then she won't be your late night, middle of the night friend.
I know. Are you doing an impression of me again?
No, I was sort of mocking you with a different voice.
I know what you're saying, because our relationship is so great. She brings me such joy in the middle of my insomnia.
Yes.
Because all of a sudden, I've been up for 47 hours, and she's like, oh, I'd like to have a tab of this and do it into the telly. Okay, I know, I blew it there. But, she always has something. Here's my dog doing a thing like that.
Yeah.
I shouldn't do English accents again.
Oh, were you? Bandicoot B says, gentlemen, I have been getting into quasi-obscure 70s music acts and finding a treasure trove of good music that I wasn't aware of as an 80s baby. Shocking Blue, The Sonics, Nick Drake. Any 70s acts or songs that you remember loving that may have been lost to time?
I don't think so, because I know mostly the hits.
I got a bone jackin'. No, I don't know that I was, I was born in 71, so I wasn't being that astute in the 70s towards music, really.
It's hard for me to distinguish the 70s and the 60s sometimes, because the 60s went into the 70s.
Really?
In a way. Shut up. Just shut up and punch yourself in the face. Punch yourself in the face. Tell Clyde to start barking and set up a flare.
Dan Wade PE says, hey guys, speaking of Bill Hicks, I've always disagreed with him on people doing commercials. I believe you find work where you can. That being said, Elvis Costello lost some credibility when he wrote that jingle for Albertsons. Remember that one?
No, I don't remember that one. You had me going. You had me going. I was involved in the argument, and then I thought that he had done Albertsons.
Yeah.
But he didn't write a song for Albertsons, did he?
No, but I get it. I get what he's going for here, and I'm going to give it to him.
All right.
Sometimes I wish that I could stop you from shopping when I see the silly prices you pay. I think somebody better send you a brochure so you can see all your savings now every single day. Albertsons. I know this world is filled with food. Oh, Albertsons. We're just as good.
Lower prices overall. That was great, Josh.
Thank you so much.
Oh, my God, that was so good. I enjoyed that. That was a palate cleanser.
Good. Sous Vide says, fellas, for lunch, I had a grilled cheese on rye with sliced hot dog in it. No question, but man, was it tasty.
I don't believe that. Does not sound good to me.
It sounds terrible.
That sounds like you don't have a lot of food.
It sounds terribly good to me.
Say it again. Cheese, and then you put a hot dog in there?
Grilled cheese with some hot dog in it. I hope especially if you browned the hot dog, the sliced hot dog first.
Okay, I'll try it.
Yeah.
Sounds it doesn't sound vegan.
No.
Has anyone ever done the joke about, I'm sure they have, but it's like some vegans hate the idea of that you eat animals, but then they make their food like the animals. You work on that and tell me if it's good.
Would they make their food like
they always make it look like a hot dog, or they gotta make it look like a turkey sandwich, or they gotta make it look like I don't know why I went for that, especially on a day when we're trying to be respectful of Alex's time, that I should have gone for that stupid observation. There's no excuse for it. I apologize.
Well, I'll leave it up to Alex to accept or not. Stephen Elton Yates.
He's already angry at you. He's already angry at you at this point.
Probably. Stephen Elton Yates. Seriously, Andy, the sound drops. They are becoming more frequent than your memory lapses.
What? Am I the punching bag for America? I have a penis that doesn't work. His penis doesn't. His penis doesn't. His penis doesn't work. I don't have a memory. I mean, can we go on to some other schlump?
You just don't know what he's talking about.
How come we don't focus on you, Josh? How about all the crazy things you do that are annoying?
I don't know. It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Oh, I laughed, and there was another voice inside my laugh. It was like going, ay, 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 ay.
Stephen L. Yates also says vanadium is a mineral named for the Norse goddess of beauty, Venetis, because of its beautiful colors. It's also an element with an atomic number 23. Any favorite amusement parks, rides, or stories of such from childhood?
Wait, can I just say something? I'm very surprised because the last thing he asked for does not relate to the previous things that he was talking about.
Yeah, I think he has
It's
ADD.
like he makes a left
I
turn.
think he has ADD is really what I think it is. Favorite amusement park was the only amusement park really in the Twin Cities, which was Valley Fair, which is where, in fact, which is I think where I saw Doc Severinsen's Zevron as well.
Wow, pretty cool callback.
I saw Weird Al there too.
It's just good. The quality of the entertainment on a statewide level seems to be high in Minnesota.
The quality of what?
The statewide level of your fairs. They seem to be, everyone loves them.
I would say Valley Fair.
Like no one would go.
I would say Valley Fair was a middling amusement park. It wasn't cheap shit, but it wasn't a world class one.
Where would you go? Did you ever go on? I mean, I've never been to. I'm scared of roller coasters. But did you ever go to the big ones when you were a kid, or there were none? There were none then.
There were some, yeah. I mean, I've never been afraid of rides. So
right.
So I'm all for it. I took Elon to Six Flags here in town a couple times, and I liked it way more than like Disneyland, just because the rides are better.
You'll do anything. You'll go over the loop.
Pretty much. Oh yeah. I mean, anything on a roller coaster track thing, no problem. If it's
is it scary?
I don't do like the ones where you like drop from a bungee cord. Like I've never bungee jumped. But anything that's tracked like that doesn't scare me really.
And you don't get scared during it, or you do, or just your bottom drop. I'm not going to do it. So there's no.
I don't get scared really. No, I mean you get excited, I guess is the word. Yeah. But I don't fear. I don't fear for my life. And I'm not scared. I'm not scared in a way that I feel like I'm in danger. I feel like it's scared. It's exhilaration, I would say, because of speed.
Yeah, that's nice.
Then again, I'm not like an enthusiast because it's still not enough to warrant the line for me.
Yes, that's a big thing, which is a Jewish thing too.
I will choose the ride with the shortest line.
Yes. And I want to say I've been on Space Mountain and Matterhorn, which I both loved.
I loved Space Mountain as a kid.
I loved it as an
that was
adult.
the story I should have told. Too late for that. One-Sided War says, Jay, please call me Josh. Your comments on Dumb and Dumber reminded me of a problem I have explaining why Airplane, Naked Gun, Top Secret are works of genius, while Ace Ventura, etc. are awful. Can you help me articulate the difference? If you disagree, never mind. I think they're different kinds of comedy, really. Although, there's slapstick in the ones you love, for sure. But there's way more puns and wordplay and those kind of jokes than there is just big old slapstick.
And that's probably what he likes, and that makes sense that you would get tired of the Three Stooges like.
Yeah, and it's the mugging that gets tiresome. Like Airplane, Naked Gun, Top Secret, everyone is playing it straight. They're trying to parody genres with those. So there's another level of comedy to that. Whereas, the Jim Carrey styles, people are playing it way bigger than life. Way bigger than life,
Well, that's a perfect explanation there. I'll tell you that much.
All right, then why would I keep talking? Tweet Pahara is back to say one of my favorite things that ever happened. Otto and George were on stage, and George insulted a guy's wife in the front row, so the guy stabbed the dummy in the chest with a pocket knife. Life is good.
I've heard that story. It's the greatest story. I hope it's true, and I think it is true because I've heard it happened at Shooting Stars in Yonkers, and I've heard so many people who were there or close to there that it doesn't make sense. It was like an organized crime guy or a local guy, and he just got mad and stabbed them. I mean, it does make sense that would happen.
Yeah.
And it's funny. It was a very, very
and Tweepar isn't claiming to have seen it necessarily.
That's the problem with any of those stories.
I know.
I've heard the same story.
I respect.
I'll go research it.
I respect him for not claiming to have seen it. He's saying it just simply happened.
Yes. Right.
Tweet Bahar is back to say, I imagine that Buddy Sorrell had some sweaty, sleepless nights thinking about Laura Petrie.
I don't want to think of Buddy that way. But
And then
sure
Pickles chimes in with, he better not have. So there we go. Everything's working the way it should.
You don't want to stir that up, Josh.
Yeah, I never got that. I never got that from Buddy's character. Maybe
Right.
that part of him was...
That more from...
It's very possible that part of him had died off like Andy, by that point.
I'm no comment from either me or my non-working thing. Yes, I do.
Hey, Josh and Andy, says Mike Parrish. A hypothetical for you. Where would you rather host a Thought Spiral celebrity cruise?
What? And give up show business?
A Viking cruise ship ride on the Great Lakes from Toronto to Milwaukee? Or a steamboat ride down the Mississippi from Memphis to Vicksburg? I'm going Great Lakes.
Me too. The other one sounds like you'd die.
There you go. Always take the non-fatal one.
You won't see me on a cruise. I'm just saying that it's not going to ever happen.
Jason Parton says, I'd be happy to fill in for Josh sometimes, but the one thing that really makes me pause is all the editing. We end up with a 9-hour episode.
His concerns are well warranted.
Dan Marr says, hi, guys. Do you know what other names your parents were considering for you instead of Josh and Andy? Anyone in the family dodge a really bad name? I think my mom is actually pretty set on Josh for me.
Yeah, I was supposed to be Susan if I was a girl. I don't know how set they were on it. I don't remember them saying, oh, we couldn't. We had a big family debate.
Yeah, I don't have a story there. I'm sorry. QMock says, reading about the filming of Mank, some scenes took over 100 takes to shoot. How would you guys have reacted to that on the Fiddling Horse set?
It would have been bedlam.
It would have been bedlam, and in my head, I would have been going, you can't afford this.
But was Mank an expensive? Who knows?
Yeah, I think it was an expensive, but I don't think a markedly over budget.
Yeah.
But Fincher likes to do a lot of fucking takes, apparently.
I'm all for it if I ever work on a Fincher movie.
Pickles, finally tonight, our closer, says, is it true Vin Scully opened a business dedicated to anal sex?
First of all, I'm not going to touch that, and I leave it in your hands.
Apparently, Pickles thought this would make a great question to end on. Anal thing, but...
You pulled it out of the ass again.
Thank you so much. If you'd like to support our cause here at Thought Spiral, go to buymeacoffee.com/thoughtspiral and support our cause via coffee, a.k.a. money. If you'd like to support Andy without supporting me at all, buy his album, hence the humor. If you'd like to squeeze Andy out, buy my documentary, Michael DeBar, Who Do You Want Me to Be? If you want to support us both, but not spend a dime, go to Apple Podcasts and leave us a 5-star review and say nice things about us.
Beautiful. You know what I thought would be a good thing? Oh, you have anything else?
Yeah, I do.